Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany and in today's video I am taking you along with me on a fun-filled day of antiquing. My mother-in-law, sister-in-law, my daughter and her bestie and we all headed out to Gloucester, Rhode Island, and we were so excited because down their main street they have the most incredible antique shops. It's like one after the other and they are all stunning and beautiful, and there was so much to see and so much stuff to pick through. Of course, I've got my buddy Lion here. He always comes to hang with me when I sit down to talk, huh bud? He is the most beautiful cat, but he forgets that sometimes I have to give attention to somebody else, and that's the camera. So the actual road is in Chepachet, Rhode Island, which is it's like right outside of Gloucester. But like I said, it's this one whole road of fabulous antique shops. So I'm gonna take you along with me. We're gonna go shopping. I'm gonna show you around the store, and then I'm gonna show you what I picked up from each one, and I'm gonna show you how I styled it. So let's go shopping. So the first antique store we popped into is called the Town Trader, and this place was jam-packed. I think one of my favorite things about going antiquing is how it looks from the outside like it's gonna be a certain size, and then you get inside and there's like all these little nooks and crannies and all these extra rooms, and there's just so much to look through. There's upstairs, there's downstairs, there's just so much, and this antique shop, the Town Trader, did not disappoint. Like from the second I walked in, there was so many great things to look at, and I found some of the coolest items there. Number one, I found this gorgeous antique chair. It's from the 1800s. I had to bring it home with me. It was only $29. What a steal. And I loved the coloring. I loved the size. It's like perfectly small. It's like great for my little boys. And they're like, oh, you got us a chair. I'm like, I gotta plant a chair. It's definitely gonna house decor. It is not to be used, although I did make a joke that, you know, it's survived 200 years. There's no reason why it wouldn't survive my kids, but leave it to my kids to give it a shot. So super excited about this chair. I think that this is gonna look absolutely gorgeous here in my family room. I've got this area over in the corner that has a gorgeous antique picture frame that I bought when I first moved here, and it's filled the space beautifully, but I also think it would look nice layered with a bigger chair. I have a smaller chair there now, but I think a bigger chair will look absolutely stunning. So that is my plan, and if I need to, it can absolutely be used for seating in a pinch, for a small person, but it could be used if that's what it needed to be used for. But I just thought it was gorgeous. Like I said, the color, the distressing of it, it just is such a beautiful old world piece to bring into my new home. The other thing I picked up at the Town Trader is this gorgeous plate that had the most beautiful farmhouse scene on it. I think technically it is a navy blue. It's just gorgeous. It was only $2. It's also got the little USA here stamped on the back, which I thought was so cute. They had a whole set of these with bigger plates and other items. However, I just felt like this little one was perfect. These can be absolutely gorgeous styled on the wall, which I think is going to be my intention. I actually think it would be gorgeous layered in front of a basket that I already have hanging on the wall in my dining room. I just have to figure out how to get it up there. Otherwise, I think it would look really pretty on the little two-shelf hanging item that I have on my wall in between my family room and my dining room. I love it. I thought the scene was gorgeous, and I loved the colors of it. The size is perfect, and just another great way to bring in that old world feel. It doesn't have a year on it, so I don't know when it was made, but it's absolutely gorgeous, and for $2, I could not beat it.
This was my first time shopping at the Town Trader, and I have to say this is definitely one of my favorite antique shops I've ever been to. There were just so many nooks and crannies and places to find more and more beautiful things. This back section here was probably my favorite, with these beautiful dough bowls and the big gorgeous crocks. There was also this section in the back with beautiful candles, some homemade items, some bigger items, some items that were new, new and old, just absolutely gorgeous. And they all had that beautiful cottage farmhouse feel. I cannot wait to come back and shop here again.
The next one we popped into is called the Old Post Office Antiques, and I actually didn't get anything here. I almost picked up this pretty wired cloche, but it just looked too uniform. I really would like a cloche that just kind of looks a little bit beat up, maybe made of chicken wire, just one that doesn't look very like uniform. That's part of the coolest part about antiquing, is that you're going to find a lot of products that are, you know, distressed or beat up just from time or use, and they typically have a nice patina to them, either with, you know, dirt smudges or chippy wood, things like that, that make them feel just a little bit cozier, like they've been lived in and worn, and like they tell a story. So there really wasn't anything there that I absolutely loved. I was on the hunt for a duck decoy. I saw Amy Fritz use one in her decor, and I also saw, I can't remember her name, from Pine and Prospect Home. Oh, I can't even think of her name right now. Is it Andrea maybe? She used a duck decoy in her home too, and I just think they're so pretty. So I did see that they had quite a few at that antique shop, just none that were like the color palette that I wanted. I needed something that was kind of muted. It didn't have to be wood. It could be plastic or styrofoam. That was fine, because that's what duck decoys typically are, so they can float. But I didn't see one there. My daughter did pick up some jewelry there though. She could find jewelry in any antique shop, that's for sure. The next one we popped into was stunning. It was gorgeous. It was called Old Mill Antiques, and that's exactly what it was, or Old Stone Mill Antiques, and that's what it was. It was just this gorgeous stone mill. It was beautiful. It had all this gorgeous stone walls. It was so incredibly beautiful. Upstairs, it had these vaulted ceilings with these big, beautiful beams. I thought to myself, this would be such a great place to have like a reception. This could be just a beautiful reception hall, but it made for a great antique shop as well. So we went in there. They had so much cool furniture. I told her, dressers that were just stunning, beautiful, beautiful pieces, and great prices too. You know, for $300-400 to buy a gorgeous, you know, all wood antique dresser that you could either refinish or just take as it is, that's a fantastic price. We bought an antique dresser and used it in our downstairs powder room to turn it into a sink. And we also used a dresser in our master bedroom to turn it into a vanity as well. So I just love things that look like they're unique to your space and just bring a lot of charm and character. I did pick up one item while we were there, and that is this really pretty washboard. So it's got the galvanized metal here on the bottom, and this is what the top looked like. I loved the font. It says standard family size, made of hardwood, manufactured at Carolina Washboard Company in Raleigh, North Carolina. It does not have a year, but I loved the distressed wood. I just think that that's really, really pretty. And I think what I love the most is that it says standard family size. So apparently you're supposed to be able to wash your entire family's clothes on this washboard. That would obviously take a very long time, but you know, back in the day, if that's all you had. But I just thought that this would be beautiful to hang in my laundry room. I'm not gonna show you how I do that now. I'm actually gonna be doing a laundry room refresh here in a future video. It's one of my summer projects that I wanna work on, and I thought that this would be perfect. I paid $16 for this piece, which I thought was fantastic, and I can't wait for you to see it on the wall. Okay, so the next place we went to was actually not an antique store, but it was an adorable little general shop, and it was called the Brown and Hopkins Country Store. I read it so I didn't make a mistake. This was my favorite place we went to today. Again, it was an antique shop. They did have antiques, but they were all on display. It's things they had for decor, but they had a ton of fantastic stuff. Not to mention, it was hot girl weekend or hot summer weekend or something like that. So they were showcasing a lot of their food items that were spicy. So they had like spicy salt that you would rim margarita glasses with. They had spicy honey, spicy jams, spicy like syrups, tons of stuff. I did end up picking one up. My husband is a huge fan of spicy food, and I don't mind things that have a little bit of a kick. I don't always love like really, really spicy, but I picked up this Stonewall Kitchen hot pepper cranberry jelly. They had this out with some crackers. I thought that this would be absolutely delicious on a charcuterie tray with some sharp cheddar and some Triscuits or wheat thins and cream cheese or something like that. But hot pepper jelly, it was very minimal spice. So if you look on the side here, this shows you like how spicy it's supposed to be, and it was not very spicy at all. So this was $8.95 hot pepper cranberry jelly, and you could probably find this online. I'm sure that they have a website. If I find it, I'll link it for you down below, but absolutely delicious. So good, and I cannot wait to eat this. Right next to their food items when you first walked in, they had a wall of candles. I don't know if I got a shot of it, but if I did, I'll insert it here. They had this beautiful wall of candles, and they had a candle maker there called 1803 Candles, and it's Apothecary of Fragrant Goods, and I had to pick one up. It's in this gorgeous mason jar with this matte black lid and kind of a cardboard looking label, just absolutely beautiful. This is called Perfect Morning, and I loved the name of it and what it had to say. And it talked about how if you have the perfect cup of coffee, it can set your day right, and that it hopes that your day is as good as your morning coffee. What does it say? One small positive thought in the morning can change your whole day. May your day be as perfect as your first cup of morning coffee. And that is exactly what it smells like. It smells like a fresh cup of coffee with cream and sugar. There's like a tiny bit of cinnamon in there, and maybe like a little bit notes of pumpkin, possibly. I don't know, but it is incredible. So very like fragrant. It's a soy candle, $22.95. I had to have this. Perfect Morning. I want to go burn it right now. It smells so good. This next item is actually one that Michaela found, and it's really cute. It is this little ceramic ring holder. Look at how cute this is. Is this not sweet? It was $8.95, but it was on sale for 40% off. It's tiny, like just fits in my hand. But this will look super cute on her dresser or like her vanity with her jewelry. She wears a ton of rings, so this will look really cute, but super pretty. Loved the colors. They did have other colors as well. I'm trying to see. I don't think you can buy this. It's part of the Creative Co-op. I think you have to, like stores have to buy these, and they're sold like in the cute little general stores and country stores. I don't think you can buy these on their own, but super sweet. I'm sure you can find it in a general store near you. This next item I actually got for my garden outside. I take it out of the cellophane, it's kind of loud. I need to get a shepherd's hook so I can hang it, but I got this adorable little wind chime with these like brass metal bees, like these little hearts for mouths, and the bottom has a bell. But I just thought this was so pretty. It's got the little hook, so I just need to hang it on a shepherd's hook. I wanna put this over kind of in the corner of my house in the front, but I have to find a shepherd's hook. My local Walmart doesn't have them, so I'm gonna stop by Tractor Supply or Aubuchon to see if I can grab one, but isn't this pretty? I loved how it looks like, you know, the just patinaed copper, and I think it'll just add a little bit of charm to my front yard. Okay, these last items, I about died when I found them. I was so happy with all the things I picked up today, but primarily these next pots that I got. I have been seeing all these beautiful terracotta pots online with these gorgeous scallop details, and they're usually like $40 a pot. They're so expensive. They're either on Etsy, you know, they're handmade, they're just expensive, and I just can't wrap my mind around $40 for one pot. So I was so thrilled when I found these. Let me grab the first one. I was extra thrilled when I saw that they were on sale. So first one I got is this little pot here. Let me bring this up here so you can see all the gorgeous detail. Look at the scalloped edge on the bottom. I love that it just looks super distressed. It was normally $8.95, but it was on sale for $6. Such a great little pot. I think this would look beautiful with a rosemary plant in it. Just absolutely stunning. I loved all the details, and for $6, I was so excited to find this. I got another one from the same line. It's a different size and shape. This one was $7. This is by sullivangift.com in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I don't know if you can buy these like on your own or if you have to, you know, be a shop owner, but look at how pretty this one is. Same color, same scalloped detail, same, you know, all the chippy details on there, but isn't that gorgeous? Little bowl. It does have your drain, so at the bottom, but I don't know what I'm gonna put in here, but I'm gonna put something because it's just gorgeous. And again, I just love the detail. It's so pretty. And then I did get one more. They had 3 different sizes and shapes, so I had to get them. This one was only $8, and it's just a bigger version of the last one that you saw with the pretty chippy details. And again, just a bigger size, but it does have the drain hole at the bottom. So I'm gonna have to find some kind of plant to put in here, but I just think this will look absolutely gorgeous, either on my sideboard or in my bedroom. Just so pretty. I love all of the detail, and the color is just fantastic. So that was everything that I got at the Brown & Hopkins Country Store. I think that's what it's called, Brown & Hopkins Country Store.
We also stopped and had lunch at the Tavern on Main, where I enjoyed this delicious salad with balsamic glaze and yummy Parmesan garlic wings. It was so good.
So then we left there and we headed over to Woodstock, Connecticut, which has some more of my favorite antique shops. And we popped into one that was new to us. It was called the Old Pineapple. And I left there with one thing, and it's another candle. This one is called from the Primitive Keeper, hand-poured soy candles from Maine. And this one is called Southern Welcome. Absolutely beautiful. I love the cute little sign. I don't know how to describe what this smells like. Maybe fresh lemonade, but it's not super lemony. I don't know how to describe it. It almost smells like a piece of candy. I don't even know. It just smells fresh and sweet and like a summer's day, like fresh fruit on a hot summer's day. I don't even know. But when it says Southern Welcome, I think of lemonade. So I think, or tea. So I think that's kind of the vibe it's supposed to give. I don't know, it smells really fresh and delicious. Completely opposite from the coffee candle that I got before, but just absolutely delicious. And again, I loved the look of it. And this one was $20, and I cannot wait to burn this. This might be the one that gets burnt today. We shall see. Okay, we have one last antique shop that we went to, and it's one of my absolute favorites. It's one that I go to all the time, and that's called the Scranton Shops in Woodstock. It's right across from the Woodstock Fairgrounds. The area is gorgeous, and I have always left this antique shop with fantastic finds. It's actually where I got my large crock, which is in my kitchen. I'll insert a little video of it here. And it was $40. I got that last November, and I used it the first time at Christmas time, and I put a small Christmas tree in it on my entryway table. It's just so beautiful. So I wanted another crock. I recently acquired a new piece of furniture. I did get this gorgeous side table. It is a half circle side table that I've been eyeing. I've been looking for one for quite some time. This one was just beautiful. It had gorgeous details to it. I scored it for $50 on Facebook Marketplace. Stay tuned for a future video. I'm going to refinish it. It is a gorgeous color, but it's just a little too dark for me, so I am going to refinish it. But I did want to find a crock to go on top of this side table, because I think it would look beautiful with some greens, some greenery, and some flowers. So let me show you the one I found. I literally think I was in the store or in the antique shop for like 45 seconds and I saw it and I was like, that's coming home with me. And it's this little medium-sized crock right here. Love the color, love all the detail, and it's made in the USA. There's the bottom of it, made in Ohio. It was $12. It's not super big. Like I said, it's a medium size. The color was perfect, and I think this will be great for that little side table with some flowers and greens, like I said. So love, love, love this crock. It's exactly what I was looking for. Now there's a few items that when I go to antique shops, I'm always looking for, and one of those things is cutting boards. And this next item that I found, I about died. The second I saw it, I was like, that's coming home with me. And that is this gorgeous cutting board that looks like it's made from reclaimed wood, but it gets even better, you guys. It's a tray. It's a friggin' tray. It's so cute. Look at how cute it is. I love the color. Here's the back. Like I said, it's made of reclaimed wood. It's so chippy and beautiful. The color is great. It's not like registering super, it's very warm. It's a very warm wood. So loved it. It's really good size. So my thought is we could put the crock on it. Also with, you know, one of those new candles. I think this would look beautiful with a black candle snuffer. I need to get one. I don't have one yet, but that's something I want to purchase. And I just think that this would look absolutely stunning on a table. I love, love, love it. It was a fantastic price. This was $24. And this will warm up any space, bring charm and character to anywhere you put it. You could put it on, you know, marble, on quartz countertops, and it'll look absolutely stunning and just bring so much charm to the area. So excited about this purchase. Like I mentioned, I was on the hunt for a duck decoy all day today. I actually told my family to alert me if they saw duck decoys or stools. I was looking for a nice little stool too. And I actually was able to find one. Michaela actually found it for me. And this is what it looks like. Look at how pretty. It is very beat up. It's styrofoam. So this is all like styrofoam under here. So it looks very chippy, but it looks like wood. It's not. Here's the underneath. It's got this like metal piece. It's all rusted. But when I looked at the tag, I thought it said $80, but it actually was a 2. That was just like a pretty like calligraphy 2, and so it looked like an 8, and I was like, oh my god, $20, I want it. So my intention is to put this on my sofa table behind me, down on the bottom shelf. I think it would look really, really pretty. I think it'd look pretty on top of there as well. I also think that this would look gorgeous on my sideboard or on my entryway table. It's just this beautiful piece of decor that I think you could literally put anywhere and it will look absolutely gorgeous. The colors are exactly what I wanted, something neutral and muted, and I love it. I love that it's not wood. I have so many wood elements in my home. I love that this is something different and it's light. It literally weighs nothing, but I love it. I think it's gonna bring so much charm. The last item I picked up is not an antique. It's actually for a future project that I would like to do. I think I mentioned to you guys that I am trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with my bedroom dresser, and I've been trying out different stains. I can't get it to something I want, so I've decided I want to try a technique that I have seen so many times. I've been afraid to try it, but I think I'm gonna finally go for it, and that's called tan washing. This is where you mix paint and water and use it as if it were a stain. You put it on with a paintbrush, then wipe it off with a rag, and it just gives it a gorgeous color, but you still get to see all that wood grain underneath. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. And I did pick up a chalk paint. This is from Dixie Belle. I've used her chalk paint before, and this is in the color Sandbar. And it's just this really pretty tan. And again, like I said, it's a tan wash. Same idea as a white wash. You're just doing it with a tan or linen colored paint. You could use a regular paint, but I have seen it primarily done with a chalk paint, so I'm gonna try it. I got a small one. Chalk paint's pretty pricey. This was $13.95, so if you aren't gonna use it for a ton of projects, you don't have to buy a big one. I've used chalk paint on my sideboard here in my family room, and it looks beautiful. Easy to work with, and it dries really nicely. So this is what I plan to use. So stay tuned for a future project with that one too. I'm gonna film the process from start to finish so you guys can see it. I do so many projects that I wish I had shown you, like when I made the vanity in the powder room. I so wish that you guys could have seen that. So that is it for today's antique shop and decorate with me. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I had so much fun shopping today with my family, and hopefully you found some inspiring ways to use antiques in your own home. If you're afraid or haven't had a chance to get out there and do some thrifting or antique shopping, don't be afraid. I know sometimes it can be very alarming when you walk in, there's so much stuff. Go when you have the time, wear good shoes, take your time and just pick through every little thing until you find something that speaks to you. Imagine it in your own home, picture what you might like, watch videos on YouTube of other antique shoppers and see what they have and what you would love to bring into your home. Go in with things in mind. Like I said, I'm always looking for cutting boards, I'm always looking for crocks, and today I was looking for the duck decoy. And when you have those things in your mind, it makes it easier for you to find them. So those are my tips for antique shopping. I hope that you found this video to be enjoyable and helpful, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.